Hello, Oilers fans. Austin here with today's pregame report between the Edmonton Oilers and the Carolina Hurricanes. The last time these two teams met, Rod Brind'Amour had that famous interview with Darren Pang saying that he was at a loss for words. His team was on pace to lose 50-0, and he's never seen his team play so brutal before. So hopefully the Oilers can instill that type of mentality in Brind'Amour's brain again, because the Oilers for sure need to find a way to start feeling good about their game. They need to find a way to start feeling good about, moving forward here and pushing back towards a playoff spot and getting back to 500 and building off positive things. There have been positive things in the Oilers game as of late. The last couple games, they've won 2 of the last 3. So if you want to shorten things down into just the last 3 games, they've won 2 of the last 3. That game against Dallas, it was winnable. However, they did come up short. They kind of had a bit of a meltdown in the third period. So hopefully they're able to sustain strong play for a full 60 minutes. This is something that we always talk about. We need this team to play a full 60. And that also starts with Stuart Skinner in net, and then the defensemen and the forwards. This team needs some goals. They desperately need some goals. So with that out of the way, friendly reminder, I will have a post-game reaction/recap video up after the game, kind of going over my thoughts of how the game played. It's usually more of an emotional reaction type video, and then my day after discussions the next day are a lot more grounded. I have my thoughts collected, and I'm able to discuss things at length. And please make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know your game day score prediction and who your player is to watch. And let's jump right into it. So Carolina at Edmonton. Carolina, they've only played 4 games this season. This is a strange season for the Hurricanes. They haven't seemed to play very many games at all. They are 2-2. The Oilers are 2-4. Carolina has pretty decent stats across the board, but we'll get into the Oilers lineup. So the Oilers projected lineup, there were some changes in practice yesterday. They've basically gone back to the lineup that they had at the very beginning of the season. They have Nugent Hopkins with McDavid and Hyman, and Nugent Hopkins needs to get things going. McDavid needs to get things going. Zach Hyman desperately needs to get something going offensively. Zach Hyman right now sitting at a solid 0 goals and 0 assists on the season. Just because we expected some regression doesn't mean I expected him to go a full 6 games without a single point. The Oilers' offense from their top 6 has not been good enough. They need more, and hopefully it starts tonight. Jeff Skinner is back with Draisaitl and Viktor Arvidsson. Now, Skinner has played well. It doesn't matter where Skinner has been put in the lineup. He seems to play very solid hockey. I'm hoping that he can give a bit of an offensive boost to Draisaitl and especially Viktor Arvidsson, who also, just like Zach Hyman, has 0 goals and 0 assists. The Oilers' top 2 right-wing players do not have a single point this year, and that is terrible, and that means the team is not winning much, and they need to get this going. Third line looks like Janmark with Henrique and Brown. Fourth line, Podkolzin is back with Derek Ryan and Corey Perry. That fourth line is terrific. They are an energy line, and they produce a little bit of offense. They get some chances. Janmark, Henrique, Brown, I'm not sure there. Henrique and Brown and Janmark have all kind of been struggling in terms of the 5-on-5 metrics, so hopefully they're able to find a way to start driving play a little bit more in the offensive zone, spend a little bit less time in the defensive zone. On defense, Ekholm with Bouchard. Of course, that is always the number 1 pair. However, Darnell Nurse tonight, he is not playing with Troy Stecher. It looks like he will be playing with Travis Dermott, who has not been in the lineup for the last few games. So hopefully Dermott can come in and bring some energy and bring some stability with Darnell Nurse. And then Brett Kulak is going to play with Ty Emberson. Those two have looked really good together. I've liked that pair a lot, and maybe that seems like a pair that I would think might be the unofficial second pair for Edmonton because of how good they've played. I would almost put them above Nurse and Dermott in terms of their impact, the quality of competition that they're likely going to be put up against, and just their impact on the ice is a lot more positive than Nurse and Stecher and Nurse and Dermott so far this season. Stuart Skinner likely gets the start, and if he does, please just 905 save percentage. You know what? Let's even lower the bar further. Let's go like 901, 902 save percentage. Please. That's all I'm asking. Is that too much to ask for a goaltender to just play at average or slightly below average goaltending for the Edmonton Oilers? And the offense, of course, like I said, your goalie's not going to win many games if you're scoring 1 goal a game, and the Oilers have done that a couple times this season. It's not good enough. So this brings us into my game day predictions. If you look at all the stats on the screen here, Carolina has the advantage in expected goals for at 63.64%, power play percentage 25%, penalty kill 83.3%, goals for per game 3, Goals against per game, 2.75. Corsi for 62.77%. And shots for at 59.32%. The Oilers are below the Hurricanes in all of those statistical categories. The Oilers right now, expected goals for 58.30%, which is great. But the Carolina Hurricanes, they are a 5-on-5 juggernaut. They do all of their damage at even strength. They control possession. They control the puck, and they are fast. This is a very, very fast team, and the Oilers have to be ready to try and contain that. Edmonton's power play, they have one power play goal this season. 6.7% is what it's sitting at. If the Oilers are going to find a way to get back in the win column, get back to 500 and start, building on their game, they have to get that power play going. If that first unit continues to struggle tonight, you have to make some changes. I would leave one more game. If the power play does not connect tonight with that first unit, you absolutely have to change it up. Whether you're taking Nugent Hopkins off or whoever you want to put on from the second unit, like Jeff Skinner, they've got to make a change. And the penalty kill, too. Penalty kill sitting at 55%. Now, some of the goals that have gone in on the penalty kill, I would honestly prefer the goalie make the save rather than, complain about how the penalty kill formation was. But again, it's a team game. You win and lose as a team. You can't always blame the goaltender. You can't always blame the defenseman. You can't always blame the forwards on a back check. So 55%, nowhere near good enough. Edmonton has to turn that around as well. They are only scoring 2 goals per game. They are giving up 4 goals against per game. Corsi for at 60.20%. Shots for 57.45%. Their metrics are strong other than actual goals and their special teams. That has been a huge difference, and of course their goaltending. So there's a few things that they know they need to work on. Hopefully they can bear down and get it done. My player to watch tonight, Viktor Arvidsson. As I mentioned earlier in this video, he is sitting at 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 points. This is a guy that is absolutely due to start producing. I understand he had a lot of injuries last season, did not play very much, probably rehabbed a lot during the offseason. Takes a little bit of time to get a player going, just like Connor Brown last year. However, if it takes until March for Viktor Arvidsson to get his first goal with this team, they are in big, big trouble because they do not have a lot of the young, speedy, and skilled depth that they did from last season. They need Viktor Arvidsson to start producing or at least chipping in on offense. I don't think Arvidsson has played poorly. It's not like Arvidsson is not in the right spots. He's doing the right things. He looks good when he's on the ice, but we do need to start seeing some production. Score prediction, I'm going to go 4-3 Carolina in overtime. The Carolina Hurricanes, this is such a hard team for me to bet against. Not that I actually gamble, but it's a hard team for me to look at. I look at them on paper, I look at their numbers, and I look at the Oilers on paper, I look at the Oilers numbers. It's very tough for me to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm feeling an Oilers 4-1 victory. I'm going to say Carolina in overtime. Edmonton will still get a point, hopefully, and Carolina, because of how good of a team they are. The Oilers, this is a big test for them. This is a massive test. The Carolina Hurricanes are likely cup contenders, and they should be. And teams should always look at Carolina like that. Yes, Carolina hasn't gone to a cup final. They always lose when they get to the conference finals. Rod Brind'Amour, he's such a good coach. The Hurricanes are also a fun team to watch too. So, yes, we dislike Carolina because of 2006, but this is a game that I'm very much looking forward to. I'm very excited to watch it. Had a couple days off to kind of steam on that Dallas Stars game. Hopefully the team comes out rocking and rolling, and they are ready to go. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this pregame report, make sure you hit that like button. And if you really liked it, make sure to subscribe if you are not yet subscribed to the channel. Continued support has been incredible. I truly, truly appreciate it. Just a quick reminder, on Friday, the Oilers play the Pittsburgh Penguins. I will be live stream commentary during that game, or I will be doing a live stream commentary during that game. I am very much looking forward to that. I cannot wait for that game against the Penguins. Sidney Crosby, maybe one of the last times he'll visit the Edmonton Oilers. Crosby, he's not getting younger. He's no longer Sid the Kid, in my opinion. And then, of course, Jesse Puljujärvi. I'm excited to watch him back in Edmonton as long as Mike Sullivan doesn't scratch him, because last season Mike Sullivan scratched Puljujärvi in both games against Edmonton. But Puljujärvi has looked pretty good for the Penguins, has a goal, 4 assists, 5 points in 6 games, which would put him first on the Oilers in scoring. So that's really funny to think about. Don't look at Philip Broberg. Thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. Your support means the world. We'll see you soon, Oil Country. Tell someone that you love them. Fight like a kid and fight like Ben. As always, let's go Oilers.